Are we rolling?
Are we rolling?
We are rolling. All right. Welcome to Start Off. I'm Pookie Bear. No, okay. I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Pookie Bear.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Matt, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, dog. I was saving we saved a little bit of small talk. The problem is that every time that we go to record this podcast, we're always like, we want to tell each other about stuff, but I'm like, wait, it's like he's always, that's more you than me. But yeah, you're like, wait, it's content, please. Yeah. And so I've saved this. The biggest thing that happened this week for me was I got a free Xbox.
What?
Yeah, I got a free Xbox One.
Wait.
Which is sick.
Wait, hold on. Is that the new one?
It's the one that I have is the one before the new one.
What did you have? I thought you had an Xbox One.
I sold it.
That's right. Was that the one that
you were there when I sold it?
Yeah, that's right. You were using it as a door stopper.
Yeah. Oh no. That's there was a story that we heard from the guy. I wasn't using it as a door stopper. I just wasn't using it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So was your old one just like not working or something?
No, I just didn't use it.
Oh.
It was just collecting dust, and I was like, this is a down payment on a thing that I might want, so I'm just going to use it for that. So, for context, what we're referring to is that I sold my Xbox. I'm going to turn the chair a little bit. Hang on. There we go. Hey.
There we go.
Hey, everybody. For context, I sold my Xbox to be able to afford a PS2 because that was my childhood console. I think we probably already talked about it on the podcast. But yeah, I did that and it was awesome. And what happened was after I sold the Xbox, Karis and Corbin were like, frickin' let's play Xbox. And I'm like, you didn't do this for the entirety of the time that I had an Xbox for the past 3 years. What has changed?
Yeah.
And so they started playing a lot and I was like, well, freaking gosh dang it. And so I want to play with my friends. And so I think the story is, Karis, correct me if I'm wrong, your family just found an Xbox at your family's house? Is that pretty much what happened?
It was mine.
Okay.
And then I forgot. I thought I sold it.
Dang.
Okay.
It was in like an ottoman.
That's fantastic. Oh, I know the exact ottoman that you're talking about. That's funny.
Yeah.
So Karis was like, I think Karis gave it to Kyler and his brother, and Kyler was like, I'm not going to use this.
Yeah.
Does anybody want this? And I was like, yeah. Yes. Yeah, questionable yes. So I just picked it up yesterday.
Nice,
man. I got a brand new controller after going into my after I bought the controller, I went back home and I opened one of my drawers and I had 2 Xbox controllers just sitting there, and I just bought a new one and I was like,
so why'd you buy a new one?
because I didn't think I had. I thought I sold them when I sold the Xbox.
So did you sell take back the new one?
No, because it's a new one at that point, and the other ones, like the triggers and stuff, are starting to wear down. So it's like, might as well have.
You kind of needed a new one.
Yeah, I need a new one anyways. But I mean, I am gonna get rid of the other 2. But all that is to say, now I've got an Xbox again, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I looked and like, Xbox, like I like Xbox.
Yeah.
I think PlayStation is better. I've always been a PlayStation kid. I only do Xbox for socialization. Like, I only use Xbox to be able to play with other people.
Yeah.
But compared to, like, the Switch, Xbox is so cheap.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously cheap. Like, I was looking at the Arkham collection on Switch right now is $60. Or no, it dropped significantly because it's garbage.
Oh, you mean like price?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It's nuts. But it's dropped so significantly because the Arkham Asylum sucks. But originally when it came out, it was like $60. It was a 2010 game.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And I went on the Xbox store, $16.
Yeah.
So is GTA 5. You know what GTA 5 is on the old GTAs are on Switch?
Like $50.
$70.
That's crazy.
I was like, and so like, yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's a huge win.
Dude, it's kind of crazy because like I bought GTA for like $9,
which is amazing.
But like games like Witcher, that's
Witcher.
That's on the Switch, right?
Mm-hmm. $70.
I bought the entire collection with all DLCs for like
all the old Witcher games, or just Witcher 3, the full thing?
Just Witcher 3, but all the DLCs.
Okay.
For like, it was like $14.
Dang.
Like, and this was 5 years ago, 4 years, like probably about 5 years ago.
It's insanity.
But like on like the Switch, it's like
$60.
Yeah, so
I saw it on sale once for $40, and I was like, "Why in God's name?"
yeah, that was another reason why. Like, dude, we went to the Link to the Past. Shout out to Link to the Past. We talk about them a lot.
You guys awesome.
We went to the Link to the Past.
You guys awesome. That's not words.
and saw a Switch for $175, and I was like, yo, I kind of want to get it,
Which is insane.
That's a really good price. But dude, like, I just didn't want to like buy it and then like have to pay like, how much is Smash Bros now still? 60. See, that's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a great game.
Yeah.
One of the best on the Switch. But come on, man.
It's been out for so long.
It's been out for like 5-6 years now.
And the price has never changed.
Yeah.
I saw Breath of the Wild drop by $10 once. And I was like, and I got excited. And I was like, why am I excited? This is sad.
but that's just if you get it on the store. You know, you can, although I don't really like them, you can go to GameStop and probably get it for a good price.
I had to go to GameStop yesterday. I don't like GameStop.
You sound so disappointed. You're like, I had to go yesterday.
I hate GameStop. Low key. It's
worked
nothing.
there.
I know you did. And God bless you. Because I'm someone who, if I walk into your store, I want to grab what I want and leave.
Yeah.
I don't like, if we talk, I'm obviously going to be kind and everything like that. I'm not going to be rude or anything, but I'm there for a transaction. I'm not there for a social visit. I'm not there to sign up for whatever the frick you have. I'm there to buy my thing and leave. And so I was kind. Like, I walked in, I just was like buying a game, like a controller. That's where I got my new controller yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went and got the Xbox One controller, and they were like talking amongst themselves and like, "Hey, are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And they were scanning me out, and they were like, "Do you have a phone number with us?" And I was like, "Nope." They're like, "Do you want one?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah.
And like, and I'm like, "Nope, it's okay." And he was like, "Okay, you can pay now." And he had like a little bit of stake to it, and I was like,
"Dang, okay, all right, dude."
I was like, "Okay, buddy, I don't want your freaking subscription. Leave me alone."
Yeah.
I am here for convenience only.
Yeah.
If I could get this shipped tomorrow on Amazon, which I checked and I couldn't, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, no, it was like, just, I understand that you're trying to get a thing done, and I've been that guy too, where I'm like, come on, just sign up for the thing. Like, and I totally get that, but like, don't be a jerk about it.
And yeah, because I remember when I used to work at GameStop, we had to, like, they pretty much were like, every single person, it doesn't even matter if they were in there twice that day. You asked them, because the thing, and I've actually known this actually work. You may ask 100 people a day, but one of them will sign up, and that may not sound like a lot, but it's the fact that you got at least one, and then like maybe someone else might do it, and they may get one or two as well. So then like in that day, you might have got people to sign up for like 2 or 3, and it adds up. They're not expecting people to like. Our goal for like the store would be to get like one person a day.
Right.
Like, that was our goal, like 1 or 2 per day. And if you ever got more than that, that was great. But yeah, no one wants really, is looking for like a vacation package or something crazy like that.
And I totally get that, because I totally had to do that for another sales job that I had where I was a manager. And ours were like, because it was a sales job, you had to hit like a certain number, or you were trying to get a certain number a day and things like that, which was tedious and arduous.
Yeah.
And 90% of the time you're selling snake oil just because you need a number.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And I do not like sales, because it's just the worst. And ultimately, no one wants to give you their phone number.
Yeah.
No one wants to do that. I mean, if it saves you like a little bit of money, sure. Like, I mean, Kroger or something like that, or like a shopping or grocery store. What is what I'm trying to say? Yeah. If they do that for you, then like, yeah, totally, that's fine. But 90% of the time, it's like, okay, I'm going to text you every like 5 to 3 days and annoy you about a deal that you don't care about. And I don't know. It's just the worst. Yeah. But enough about me. How's your week been?
My week has honestly been, it was a good week, but this is the first week that we actually had to work 5 days.
Ooh.
And it was a big adjustment, because working for a school, so the following week, we were out. I think Monday was Martin Luther King Day. I think Tuesday it had like snowed, so we got like a 2-hour delay.
Right.
Wednesday it had snowed while we were at school, so we got to leave early from school. Then we had Thursday a full day, and then Friday it snowed again. So like we only had like one full day of work last week, and I got kind of spoiled by that. And then like I think the following week was like we had just come back from like break. And so, like, it was a big adjustment. So it was back to waking up at 5:30, and back to going to bed at 8:30. So
that's always the worst. It's always fun while it's happening, and then when it ends, you're like,
yeah,
it's kind of the worst.
So yeah, but I found out some crazy news about my job.
Okay,
I did not know this. I don't know what I would have done if this wasn't the case, but. Pretty much I found out that with my job, all right, so you know how teachers, they get off for the summer, but they still get paid over the summer?
Yes.
The same thing happens to me. I get...
What a win.
Yeah.
Because we had talked about that, and you were like, I don't think this happens for me. And I was like, that sucks.
Yeah. So I do not have to work the summer. That's crazy. Yeah.
That's so awesome. Y'all ready for podcasts every day?
Yeah. And they pretty much were like, you get paid the exact same amount. So it's not... And I could do like be security for like summer schools, and then get paid on top of that as well.
That's nuts. I wouldn't do that. I'd just take the free cash.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just take the free, only because it's I think having the extra freedom to really be able to enjoy the summer, I feel like I would be like, oh wow, I feel like I actually got to enjoy the summer.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah,
I need to work for the school system. Gosh dang.
I like it. And I mean, dude, I get off at 3:30, and I don't know if you would want to, but you can have a second job, or even if you don't want to work like every day, maybe just have like a part-time something like
right.
Like I work like 2 hours a day after work. So I'm home at like 6:00.
Nice.
And so it's a little later than some people, but not by much.
Not by much. Yeah. Usually I'm off at like 5:30. That's pretty normal. Yeah. That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But all right, enough of the freaking filler stuff.
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
I'm tired.
Me too.
Come on, baby. All right. I'm so tired. I don't know what the frick that was.
Yeah, I kind of was just like slapping myself.
I was also slapping myself. Topics! What do you got?
So my topic that I'd like to talk about is role models. People who we've looked up to. Doesn't necessarily have to be like someone that you know or anything, but just people who you've looked up to.
Nice. Okay. I super dig that, and I can talk a lot about that. My topic was going to be Legos.
Ooh.
We haven't talked about Legos, and I love Legos. Yeah. I recently, with Yezrith, have become more of a Lego man than I was prior.
Yeah.
Just because it's a fun thing to do. It's a fun date night. It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This also was the reason that I picked this topic, because it happened to be in the shot.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
That's so dope.
Behold.
I
don't know if it's in the shot.
Chamber of Secrets.
For those of us who aren't able to see us on YouTube, go see us on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Karis is showing off his Hogwarts Lego extravaganza.
Diorama extravaganza is a good one. Yeah, that's freaking sick.
Yeah.
I love that they've started marketing Legos for adults.
Yeah, because that's who wants it.
That's who wants it now. Like, very few children are like, I want to sit quietly and build something. It's actually, like, no, that's a de-stress.
Let me say something. This is a huge thing that I think needs to be talked about, because I think that it is important.
Okay. So are we doing Legos?
We could talk about Legos.
Okay.
But it's not who is going to use it. It's not who's going to play with it. It's who's going to pay for it.
That's facts.
I think that's so important to know.
That's facts.
Because like I feel like a lot of times like things are made, but then it's like, who's paying for that?
Right.
And it's us.
It is. It's the common man.
It's always us. It's not those 7-year-olds. Sure, they would appreciate it, but they are not the ones. it is a business. At the end of the day, it's nothing personal. It's
just business.
It's just business.
I'm just buying a Death Star for my nephew.
Yeah.
That I don't have.
Yeah, exactly. It's just for you.
It's just for me. Don't ask me at the register who this is for, because I will lie to you.
I feel like that applies to movies. Who is going to go watch that movie?
Who's gonna go watch Puss in Boots?
Who's gonna watch?
Me.
Who's gonna watch that Marvel movie?
Me.
But I will say, I can talk about too much about this, but let's say
we go with it.
Role models or Legos.
Well, we already kind of
started talking about Legos,
so I say Legos.
Let's do Legos.
Bet. All right. Yeah, I think. Again, I don't ever ask me if it's a movie, if it's an action figure, if it's Legos, if it's a poster, if it's something that you feel is childlike, I'm probably gonna buy it.
Yeah.
If it has to do with Marvel, if it has to do with Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, any of it, I'm gonna buy it. So if you look to me and you go, okay, why did you spend $300 on the Lego set of Minas Tirith? I'm gonna tell you. Because I wanted it. Yeah. Because I'm a grown man. And I do what I want with my money.
Yeah. Gosh, dude. And see, I feel so empowered. Because we are now able to, when you're 9, you don't have a job. No. I actually wrote an essay to my mom about why I would like to have Animal Crossing City Folk. For the Wii, and it was 100. Although I did not talk about this, it was 100% so I could play with the girl who had a crush on, who had green hair.
Of course,
that was why.
Of course,
I wanted Animal Crossing City Folk.
Of course,
it was not for the educational purposes or because I was a good son. No, it was so that I could go to her place and in the game and just run around and dig holes or whatever we wanted to do in the
frolic
game.
With my woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Man wanted to frolic. Yeah, no, that's 90% of. That's so funny. Looking back on the reasons why we do the things that we did, when we were kids, it's I probably should have been doing this for moral reasons. It's the classic stacking chairs for the youth. It's I'm stacking chairs because I'm a good guy. It's not because I can prove that I can freaking chuck 8 chairs at a kid's head.
Yeah.
But no, I think I loved what you were saying about having adult money and being sort of still a kid. Yeah. Because we're young guys. So when you get a nice stable job, when you have an influx more than you're used to, you're well, time to fix my child.
Yeah. Thanks, dude, because I made a lot of mistakes, so I have to fix what I broke.
Exactly. I didn't get freaking God of War when I was 13. I get it now.
Were you able to play games that had cursing in it?
No.
I could not play the Ultimate Spider-Man because on the back of the package, it was Ultimate Spider-Man was rated teen. T for teen, and it had mild language in it, and so I could not play. I think they say the D word, but my parents were absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I played it for the first time this morning, and
there you go. And you're healing your inner child.
Yeah.
That's 90% of why bringing it back. I feel like Legos are a thing.
Yeah.
And why Legos have continued. Because I feel at a point, you look at Barbie and stuff, before the movie came out, Barbie was not doing well.
Yeah.
And it's because all the people that grew up with Barbie, there's no real access to Barbie other than current day Barbie.
Yeah.
There's no adult Barbie, which would be weird.
Yeah.
There's just the Barbie that you had as a kid.
Yeah.
With Legos, they were no. These people are growing up.
Yeah.
We got to give them a friends set.
Yeah.
Or one of my for Christmas, one of my friends gifted Yezereth, my girlfriend, a Lego flower arrangement.
Yeah.
Which was very sweet. And it was that's perfect. That's exactly what you would want as an adult.
Exactly.
And for me, because the same guy gave me a little Commander Cody head of Legos, and it's it didn't feel kiddish. It just felt like building a puzzle.
Exactly.
And this is all an ad for Lego.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. built so when we all worked on Legos, that was the first time I'd ever done it, and it was so fun.
It's such a good time. You've never built Legos before?
I mean, I like put like pieces, but never like followed an instruction manual. Like
what?
Yeah, never. That was the first time.
That's nuts.
And it was so I was like, wait, this is really fun.
It's just an adult puzzle.
Yeah.
Like it ultimately, and I don't even think that Legos are meant for kids anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you look how freaking intricate the things are,
yeah,
it's like a 10-year-old cannot do this.
Dude, I'm pretty confident that like Karis's thing is it's definitely over 1,000 pieces.
Oh yeah. Unquestionably.
Probably more like 2 or 3.
Yeah, and it's like a kid is not going to sit there and meticulously pick out the 2,000 piece thing. He's going to make like a crappy starship and move on because it's what I did.
Yeah.
Like once you get older, you're like, all right, because it's almost like the nerds back in the day would build like models, like model airships and model boats and trains and stuff. That's like our thing now. Is like Legos. Yeah. They just made it cooler.
but like. There's Star Wars ones. There's flower ones. Emily did like a bonsai tree, and I was like, oh yeah, that's all the stuff that I love is Star Wars Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
And what are some other like Lego stuff, like Lord of the Rings stuff?
Yep.
Harry Potter. I mean, there's so many like things.
Most things that you can think of probably have a Lego set.
Yeah. There's Sonic Legos.
Yep, they're sure.
They recently added like you can play as Lego Sonic in one of the new Sonic games.
Can you really?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
It's pretty amazing.
I know that like they've kind of cornered the market on being able to just make anything.
Yeah.
Because ultimately they made a thing where you can make a scale model of anything that you could possibly imagine. Yeah. So it's like and the fact that they went a pop culture route with it was really smart because they also went every route. Like you can get like the Empire State Building as a Lego set. You can get like freaking like the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Like just like a car.
Yeah.
If that's your vibe, if you are a nerd and you like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings and stuff, they have that for you too. Yeah. They've just kind of branched out in a huge way, which I think has served them extraordinarily beneficially. Yeah. At least because they're taking my money. Yeah. I'm sure they're taking everybody else's money. Because I do like, and it's so funny because at my work, like I have a pretty adult job. It's like a very professional. I work for a rather large company. And when I walk around, there's a guy that sits like a couple rows down from me, has like a little Boba Fett nice. Like Lego set on his desk. And I was like, the fact that you can have that, and that no one's like, what is wrong with him? Yeah, is nuts. Yeah, like, I don't know. They just they were smart about it.
Absolutely, because it almost kind of has this I don't want to say regal, but kind of like it's just like check it out kind of thing. Like I don't know, but it. You could definitely display it at a job. I'd say any job. It would just it shows that hey, you're not just like
a corporate stooge.
Yeah, like a corporate drone that just like I don't know, just works all the time. Doesn't really have a life or personality. So I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I think it's pretty great that you can have. Just that it's nuts to me that you can just be like, I am still a child, but I can still crush it at a job.
Absolutely.
Like, I think that's pretty awesome. But it still blows my mind that you didn't have Legos as a kid. What toys did you play with as a kid?
Action figures, man. Action figures. Dog. Bro, okay. I used to play with action figures all the time. Mm-hmm. And they're pretty awesome. They're pretty awesome. Dude, I used to make like stories with them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I used to do like some crazy like deep lore, and I'd write out little scripts I used to go hard, bro.
That's awesome. What action figures did you have?
I had a bunch of Naruto ones.
You had Naruto action figures? Yeah. That's freaking sick, dude.
I would order them from Have you ever heard of Toy Wiz?
I don't think so.
Toy Wiz, there's like a big bad toy store.
Oh, yes.
So they have so many awesome things, and but unfortunately, this is what it. So I used to like be like, okay, so this guy is this character, this guy this character, but I never really had any like female characters. But one time,
I'm scared.
I got this one character from Naruto who had like really long hair.
Oh my gosh. What character was it? Do you know the name?
Neji. Have you ever seen
Neji?
Naruto?
Yes, I've seen that.
But it was when like his hair was like down and like it wasn't like pulled, it was like down. So he was like my designated girl.
Oh
so, like,
no.
Yeah,
Poor Neji.
that's all I had. I was like, that'll work.
That's awesome.
But man, I used to like make like kick him across the room and stuff like that. And I also I think there was like a way to record videos on like the DS.
You did stop motion?
Yeah,
Every kid did. Bro, that junk slaps.
They were just like, yeah, like,
It's so good.
oh man. I used to play with action figures as a kid. And I know I had Naruto ones, but I can't think of what other ones I had.
Did you have a dog growing up?
No, I did not.
Okay, so you don't know the fear of a dog getting your action figures?
No. Did your dog get you? Oh gosh.
So this is a little nerd cred for me. One of the first movies that my dad ever showed me was Star Wars. Like it's one of my earliest memories is watching A New Hope.
Yeah.
For the first time, and being like a very, very little kid. Because like I grew up knowing that Darth Vader was his father and all that jazz, and like I never had that moment as a kid where I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just because I was so little that it was just kind of ingrained in my mind. So obviously I had Star Wars action figures. And so I had like Han Solo, I had Luke, I had all these guys. It was awesome. Constantly, my dog would eat them.
Like not just bite, but eat.
Oh no, like he would maul. He would maim and seriously injure.
To the point where you're like, I can't play with this.
We worked with what we had.
Dude, this is bringing back memories. I'll let you finish. But
okay.
I used to like take them and like, bang their heads together and then like, maybe an arm would fall off her leg. So, but I'll let you finish.
No, so exactly that. But it was plastic, right? So
Yeah.
like I remember vividly I had a Han Solo who like his chin was mangled and frecked up because my dog had been like, and I was like, no! And I caught him luckily before he managed to rip his head off.
Yeah.
I had a Darth Vader who didn't have an arm, but he had like a cloth cape, so I would droop the cape over his other arm, so it just like still looked like it had two arms. So again,
you made it work.
We worked with what we had.
But like, did it like, yeah. So I had characters where they would lose their legs.
Oh yeah.
Totally gone. But then like I had an ongoing story. So then it was like when I came back, I'd be like, so I know, the episode, we went from episode like 12 to 13. And in this time, Sasuke lost his leg due to unforeseen circumstances. Or like I'd be like, he lost a fight. Like
that's awesome, and I did the exact same thing because I would be like, I would open with like Luke Skywalker has just chopped off Darth Vader's right arm, and and you just move from there.
Yeah,
you incorporate. And the thing is, like, it also had to work to where if you lost an action figure or if it broke, you had to have replacements. So what ended up happening was like I found, because I didn't know who he was at the time. Now that I'm an adult, I know that I had a little tiny, I have no idea where it came from, but I had a Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
No idea where he came from, but I had a little action figure of Cobra Commander that looked enough like the Star Wars things to where it fit.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Luke Skywalker has been horribly maimed and injured, and now is in a robot, a full robot costume, much like his father, but it still has to fight against him. So that was my Luke. That's what I used as Luke.
Dang. Dude, I had a, what was it? Not a Death Star. A Millennium Falcon. But it was like, it wasn't huge. It was maybe like that.
Was it like a plastic one?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I had one, and man, I used to like have people like board the ship and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
man, yo, you trying to get some action figures?
Low key. No, so actually, I know my mom, when my brother grew up a little bit, my brother collected Batman action figures. Every from Batman, the first I think it's like 1987, Michael Keaton's Batman.
Yeah.
Until like Batman Forever, he had like most, if not all, of the action figures that they made. And so for one Christmas, like this was when I was still like in like high school, I think.
Yeah.
My mom tracked down all of the Batman action figures that he had.
Yeah.
And rebought them for him, and was like, "Here's your action figure."
Wow.
And it was nuts, and it was so cool, and I low-key want that to happen to me.
Yeah.
Because like long story short, a lot of the action figures lost their heads because like I figured out as a kid.
No pun intended.
All my action figures went freaking nuts. So I figured out that you could pop their heads off, and they were interchangeable. So I would have like Yoda's head on Mace Windu.
That's terrifying.
I was like little Sid, and I was a big Toy Story fan. So I'm looking back. I was like, how did I allow myself to do that?
It's crazy because we look at Sid like he's the villain, but
I'm like, I did it. I did it. And that's the thing is like I was literally like Woody and Buzz. Like I had a Woody and Buzz toys. Like I used to have like a whole collection of Toy Story stuff when I was a kid. And they were sitting up on the shelf, and I'm popping people's heads off, and I can just see like the horror in Woody's eyes.
Yeah,
as he's like watching me maim an action figure. But no, all that is to say that I would pop their heads off, and they would get lost. Yeah. So 90% of the ones that I had didn't have heads. So I just had like a Mace Windu that didn't have a head, like an Obi-Wan Kenobi that didn't have a head, and I could just tell by their tunic which one they were. And I was like. I had to, again, you make up a story. I was like, because they had like a little ball, and I was like, their heads have been replaced by droids.
Yeah.
You made it work.
Man, that's so, I haven't talked about action figures in such a long time. I forgot about all of this.
Yeah.
In my childhood bedroom is the bedroom that my little brother is at now. It's crazy because he's like in his early 20s. I think we still may have like some things. I know we still have Bakugan. Did you ever play Bakugan?
Oh yeah,
dude.
Oh yeah.
I used to actually be like a little bit like not obsessed, but like pretty into it. Like really into it.
Okay.
At like I used to go to like, tournaments.
So like you were like into it.
I was like pretty into it.
Dang. Okay.
And apparently, they used to play like for cards. Like, if you beat that person, you got their stuff.
That's barbaric.
It was
that's
actually,
terrifying.
It was we went pretty hard, and like I don't really recall losing a lot because I feel like I would have been conditioned very quickly to not do that ever again.
You lose one Bakugan, and you're like never again.
Yeah, but man, dude, like. So like, did you watch like the cartoon?
I didn't. So a little peek on my childhood. Like I didn't have from the age of like I want to say like 6 or 7 until I was an adult. I didn't have cable. So in the beginning of my childhood, I did. So I experienced like early Clone Wars.
Okay.
Like Danny Phantom, like what the frick, Jimmy Neutron. All the fun ones, all those ones from those old days. But I couldn't watch anything that was considered new age by my mom, because good old Christian households think that anything that looks different is not Jesus. So I couldn't watch Ninja Turtles. I couldn't watch Power Rangers. I couldn't watch Bakugan. I couldn't watch Pokemon. I couldn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I couldn't watch SpongeBob. I couldn't watch. Most, if any, anime. Actually, no, that's not true. I could watch Dragon Ball.
You watch Dragon Ball
I
Z?
know, of the ones. All right. So I've seen now as an adult all of these, right? Because I was like, frick you, Mom.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm going to love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I've seen all of this, right? All of those are so much better than freaking... A man gets a freaking hole drilled through them.
Yeah. Pretty early.
Like season 1, like episode 3.
Yeah.
Like Goku is turned inside out. Yeah. And you can see blood coming out of his mouth while he dies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is what we choose to let me watch. This makes sense.
They go to hell.
They do.
They fight in hell.
Yeah, straight up.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it makes no freaking. I think it was also because my mom didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
And also my brother did.
Yeah.
And he just was kind of like, it's chill. And I was like, thank you. Because like my brother obviously like is considerably older than me.
Yeah.
Well, not considerably, but like by like a couple, like 8-7 years.
That's considerably.
Like that. It's considerable. So he was older and he'd seen all this by that time when we were kids. So like when Dragon Ball would be on or like Yu-Gi-Oh would be on, my mom would be like either like she would let him watch Yu-Gi-Oh, which I was like, that's fricked up.
Yeah.
But she would also let me watch Dragon Ball because she didn't really know what it was. She'd be like, Jeremy, is this okay for him to watch? And he'd be like, it's all right.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you so much.
Yu-Gi-Oh actually was kind of a little demonic too. Actually,
yeah.
Actually, a lot like it would talk about like graveyards and
I put this card into my graveyard.
You'd be like, what?
Yeah. I'm gonna trap you in the shadow realm. Yeah, I totally get it.
What?
Yeah. As a parent, I'd be concerned. Like, there's some shows that I get. Like, SpongeBob is a little crude, so like I kind of understand it. You want your kid to have good manners, I guess. Pokemon, I don't freaking get it. They're little fuzzy, little tiny people that come out of cards, that come out of balls. Like, I don't see a problem. Yeah, but that's fine. Yu-Gi-Oh, I get. Dragon Ball, I would not let my child watch that. Power Rangers, so my brother ruined it a little for us with Power Rangers because when he was young, he went to daycare once. Yeah. And was trying to imitate the moves that the Power Rangers did and like kicked a kid. And so my mom was like, no more Power Rangers. And I was like, why? Yeah. I was like, why did you ruin this for us? And it happened before I just heard about it because my mom was like, no, I saw what happened with Jeremy. We're not doing this with you. And so, because he was considerably older than me. Yeah. So by the time he was older, I was like, what the frick is wrong with you? Yeah. Why did you ruin this for us this early in life?
What do you feel are some movies, shows, maybe even games that you think that, I know this would be a while from now, but that you would want your kids to watch as like a rite of passage?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
The original trilogy, not the new crap. Once they're older, obviously Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Games, Sly Cooper. Ratchet and Clank.
Those are good ones.
Shows.
They're not going to like them.
They're not, because they're going to be like, what is this old crap?
Well, no. Yeah, so, hear me out. Well, if it's like the kid's first game, they're going to be like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, you got to introduce when they're young.
And you got to think about the kids at school. Like, I just play Ratchet and Clank. It's like, what, are you 70, bro?
Oh, no.
Like, we're all playing blah, blah, blah.
No, my kid's going to have enough confidence to freaking deal with that kid.
Dude,
I don't worry about that. My kid, I'm gonna be like, listen, somebody's gonna make fun of you for that, and then you're gonna roast him alive.
I know, but then they're gonna be isolated.
Well, that's their problem.
But I feel like if you start them off like before they even like have friends that play like Roblox, like when they're like,
then they make a community because then they're like, bro, have you played this? And then they're like, no, I played Fortnite. It's like, okay, well, freaking sure. Come enculturate you, like, and then he enculturates the rest of the kids, and then suddenly there's a whole community of people that love this stuff because it's awesome.
And because like you only think that it's all based on, you know, what you're used to, like what your standard is. Like if the first game you ever show your kid is Sonic Adventure from 2002, they're gonna be like, this is amazing. Yeah. But then if you show them, I don't know, Miles Morales there and then try to like go back, then they're gonna be like, we want the other stuff.
Yeah, when I was a kid, the first video game that I saw was Katamari. Like that was the first one that I just like laid eyes on, the original Katamari. Yeah. Somebody was playing it and I was like, what the frick is this? Yeah. And they were like, it's a video game. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm a baby. I don't know what the frick this is. And I was like, this looks really cool. So like that was my enculturation. And then I went over to some friends' houses who had like all the systems and all the stuff. Yeah. And they had like Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah. Battlefront 2, the newest Smash Bros. And I was like, this is amazing.
And by newest, you probably meant like Melee, right?
For that, at that time it was Brawl, but yeah.
Okay, all right.
So like, I was like, this is insanity.
And arguably, I think that Brawl was probably one of my favorites.
Same,
but I would say only because of like the story mode.
For me, it's just nostalgia.
It was, oh man, I wish they would bring it back. Like, I actually was thinking about bringing the Wii so we could play it.
I would have been down.
Or maybe next Saturday we can absolutely do that.
I'd be down.
Because I really want to do it again.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, again, going kind of full circle moment.
Yeah.
Going back to like curing your childhood. It's like, you couldn't have.
Yeah.
Like, because when the PS2 came out, you couldn't have all the newest games.
Nope.
Because they were like $60 each.
Exactly.
And your parents don't have the freaking money for you.
And you couldn't do it.
And you couldn't do it. You're like 7. You have no monetary value.
Yeah. No net worth.
You have no net worth, you idiot kid.
Yeah, bro, get a job, dude. Back when I was your age, I was
shoe shining or something. I don't know. Yeah. I saw the funniest thing the other day. That reminds me of something. So I was like, you know how the whole thing is like millennials versus like Gen Z or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's like, somebody put a post, and this is the most savage thing I've ever seen. Somebody put a post that was like, no millennials know how to do like menial tasks, like know how to do like home repair or anything like that. And he's like, yeah, but at least I have the emotional capacity to tell my girlfriend that I love her.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
Holy crap. Well, actually, I'm sorry. He said, at least I have the emotional capacity to tell my daughter that I love her. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's sadly really true, but holy crap.
Unfortunately. I saw this one post. And it said, if I had $1 for every time someone said our generation sucked, then I could have enough money to buy a house in the economy that they ruined.
Yep. I've seen that post too. Which,
like, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I wish. Yeah. No. And that's the thing is like, there's all these posts that are like, what do the Gen Z want?
Yeah.
And it's like, they want like, everything to be free for them. They want everything to be easy. And it's like what the Gen Z actually wants. A home.
Yeah.
A stable job.
Yeah.
A stable economy.
Yeah.
A world that is not dying. You blew up the planet.
We want snow. We want
our kids to be able to see a freaking polar bear.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten snow for real in like 2-3 years.
Because you've ruined the planet.
Yeah.
And I want my summer not to be freaking 300 degrees outside and be worried about radiation.
Yeah, preferably. I mean, if it was my choice.
Which it's quickly becoming not, which is the problem.
My weather, my choice.
Exactly. We're going to go lobby Congress.
Dude, that should be the title of this podcast. My weather, my choice.
My weather, my choice. That's fantastic.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I think this is just old people being mad about things. Yeah. And that's also why like everybody, we're taking a real right turn with this one, but just bear with me.
Start off, baby.
Presidential elections. I know. It's not good.
Oh, man.
Real turn.
I thought I was going to be like, all right, go. Sorry.
Good. Presidential elections. All the Gen Z people, like every time we get to a presidential election, they're like, everybody sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to vote for this. No one's good. It's because it's a bunch of freaking old people that all have old ideals that don't know what to freaking do. Like, they're just going to be like, I'm going to do this and then not do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, nothing has changed. Nothing.
Yeah.
No one has changed anything. Either because they either don't care or if they changed something, it was terrible. It was a really bad change.
Yeah.
And then we had to fix it later, or they weren't able to change it because of freaking politics.
I think, was it Biden who stopped the student loans? He paused it.
Yeah, he paused it.
It didn't
do anything.
It didn't do anything.
It's back. Like, and his whole thing was like, I'm going to do free healthcare. Where is it? It's not there. I'm going to do, and mind you, I think that Biden is a better president than some of the presidents we've had before, but I'm going to crap on him for a minute.
Yeah, please do.
I'm going to have no student debt. You paused it for maybe 2 years.
They actually have done it for like it'll be like very niche groups. Like I recently saw that it got there was like student relief for people who had been paying for like more than 20 years or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I think that only affected maybe like 20 or 30,000 people.
Yeah. It's not enough.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a start, sure.
Yeah.
But also the people who have had 20 or 30 years of debt probably already paid it off.
Or most close. People. Or yeah.
So it's not really making that huge of a difference. And it's like, I understand that like people are underpaid and everything like that, and we have to pay with them through that. But it's like, I don't know. that, and then he was like, we're going to get rid of gas stations. He straight up said that in his first presidential address. He was like, everything's going to be electric by the year 2027. And I was like, straight up, no. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, like to say everything?
That's insane. He was like, we're going to have a major, he probably didn't say everything. I'm probably over exaggerating, but he was like, we're going to have a major push for like electric. Everything that's going to be produced by 2027 is going to be electric vehicles. There are not going to be any more fossil fuel running vehicles. And I was like, that's not going to freaking happen.
I will say, in the last 3 years, it's gotten better. I'm pretty confident. I don't think Kia had like a single electric car. Mm-hmm. Now they have a lot.
It's gotten better.
I think there's like electric Ferraris now.
That's nuts.
But
who has it?
Oh, I mean, they sell them in Chester. I mean, like I've seen. Yeah. All right. I've seen them. I've seen them around. I mean, there's so many electric cars. Michael has it's a hybrid, but
that's better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they're
becoming much more common than they were before.
I would say that because in 2027, that's 3 years from now.
Yeah.
It might be. I would imagine there probably been quite a lot of. Also, there is a thing that you could do that if you purchase a electric vehicle, then you got like it was like a $7,000 like bonus on your tax or something crazy like that.
Yeah, Michael was telling me about that.
So pretty much it was like if you got you pay like $20,000 for electric car, you'd get $7,000 back,
which is nuts.
So
yeah, that's definitely beneficial, and I get it. I'm just like, I don't know. The whole point that I'm trying to make is that a lot of old people are telling us that everything is going to be okay, and then not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
And with electric vehicles, if that's what happens, freaking awesome. We can probably maybe save our environment by the time my kid can graduate from college. But
I kind of want like a president that's not like young. That's like like I think that like I don't want to be wrong, but I think the youngest you could be is in like your mid-30s.
Yes, there's a cap, I think.
I think it's like 35.
I don't know.
You should be able to drive.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But I think it's like...
That's my cap.
No, but okay. Put on your history hats, because I'm about to go back in time. You ready?
I'm not really sure.
John F. Kennedy. He's one of the best presidents we ever freaking had.
Dude.
It's a hot take. Not really, but kind of, maybe, to some people. He's so good. He was so close before he died to having long-lasting, sustained peace with other nations, as well as like being able to have the civil rights movement, because there was like everything back then, pushed through and supported by a president, which was unheard of.
Yeah.
Which is also why he died. Like all of this is why he died.
Yeah.
But like, he was so close, and it's because he was young.
Yeah.
And because he cared. Which is just what we need. It's
like,
we don't need like another 80-year-old guy who's jaded and has been doing this since he was freaking 20 years old and been, like pushing a political agenda since then.
Yeah,
we need a young guy who cares, who wants to have change, who cares about what we actually care about.
Yeah,
and isn't just trying to like be president to be president.
Yeah,
because these days it's just a title.
Because also by the time I believe that, and unfortunately, like. I would want someone to go from being like almost like I don't want to say nothing, but like not like a really big person.
Yes.
For example, Biden was a vice president for like 8 years, and then I think before that he like did other stuff in like politics. So he might have been like a governor maybe or something like that. So he was centered. So he was like already probably for at least the past 30 years like in the political space. I kind of would want someone who like they like maybe were like the mayor of like a town and then they kind of like move up and just have like really good ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like their first big like assignment is them as president.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be nice because they're coming from being a common person. Like, or they were more of a common person sooner than someone who has been like a politician making $300,000 a year
or a schmega billionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like Trump.
Exactly. And it's like what you're asking for is for someone who is a common person.
Yeah,
it isn't just like enculturated in whatever the frick politics has been for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
It's wanting progress in a way that's not dependent on the success of other people.
Exactly.
It's dependent on what people actually want.
Exactly. Yeah, facts. Wow. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
It's just you're wanting to push something forward for the sake of betterment, not for the sake of a political agenda, not for the sake of a black card against another politician, not for the sake of more votes in the next election, for the sake of the frickin' people that you care about.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like a lot of people try to like, they end up liking the person.
Yes.
And going with the person, not really what they stand for, which is more why you should vote for them.
And that's 90% of the reason why Trump and Bill Clinton got elected is because like Bill Clinton went on late night and was playing saxophone.
Yeah.
And like Trump was like a schmega billionaire and it was a meme and it was funny.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason that they got elected. That's the only reason.
Well, actually, the election was rigged.
Oh, we did know that. Yeah.
But what were we just talking about? Sorry.
No, you're good. Politicians caring.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
I don't know, but it's kind of awesome.
Went from
man.
Legos to politicians.
Yeah, because you were like, I got a crazy segue, and I was like, it's gonna be like a mild like set. Nope. Nah, dude, it's the most ginormous segue.
Ready for a full-blown political debate on the Lego episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I think we probably do need to be wrapping up because it's been
about that time, man.
It's been a longer podcast, so I hope y'all enjoyed it. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. I hope to see, because your homework assignment was for you to email us. Yes. Whatever the frick we asked you to email you.
Actually, I think that technically
it hasn't come out yet, but it'll come out by the time we're watching this one. So
yes,
yeah, it will come out by the time we're watching this one. So your new homework assignment: email us your ideal president. I want none of this Jay-Z, Kanye stuff. I want to hear from like my dad. I want you to be like Tim Robinson from Oklahoma. It would be the best president.
Robinson's the guy from the I Think You Should Leave show.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, well yeah.
So there's
I'll go for him.
Dude, like, I feel like at this point, and I guess we can close out after this, but like everybody has every single name ever.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty
names are taken.
Yeah, like unless you're just like doorknob, but James Lewis, that's definitely out there.
That's a dude.
I'm pretty sure that's.
Chill.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's a great guy.
Every James Lewis out there.
Email us, James Lewis.
Man.
Somebody named James Lewis is watching this podcast and just dropped his bowl of cereal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, like, I had that.
This is my chance.
I'm sorry. I'll stop after this. But I had that moment. Somebody was like videoing somebody who's sleepwalking.
Yeah.
And he was saying just like babbling stuff. It was a TikTok.
Yeah.
And he was just saying like incoherent stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you, Matthew." And I was like, "Ho, ho, ho, ho!"
No,
it was so
man.
scary. I was not okay with it. And it's like, also, I can't ever watch Daredevil in the background because they'll be like, "Matt!" And they're like, because Daredevil's name is Matt.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like,
what?
"Hello?" But yeah, uncanny.
Yeah, man.
But all right, bro. Do you want to close this out in a prayer?
Let's go ahead and wrap it up, man.
All right.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this wonderful day, Heavenly Father. I just want to pray for everyone who's listening to this podcast, that you'll just bless them, Heavenly Father. And we pray a special prayer for anyone who is going through anything, Heavenly Father. Pray that you'll just meet them right where they're at and meet them with whatever needs that they need, Heavenly Father. We pray this prayer in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. See you next week.
All right. See you next week.